It's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's not a man. I've just watched the new Supergirl featurette. It is over 6 minutes long. Just a first few impressions of it, really. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, Supergirl is Kara Zor-El. She's supposedly Kal-El, or Superman's cousin. She is another survivor from Krypton. She's got a slightly different origin story. She is actually Superman's older cousin, and took a little bit longer to get to Earth than he did, which is why he landed as a baby and she landed as pretty much a fully grown adult. So, trailer. My first impression, it's Devil Wears Prada meets New Adventures of Superman, really, which I'm not particularly happy about. I like Kara as a character from the comics. She's a pretty strong character. Okay, she's got the stereotypical skimpy Supergirl outfit, but she's still a pretty cool character, especially in some of the crossover storylines when she becomes a Red Lantern. Now, Melissa Benoist, I've not seen her in anything else, so I don't know what her acting ability is like, but from this, it looks like she's going to do okay, but I'm not sure if they're going for the deliberate awkwardness like they did with Clark Kent in the Christopher Reeve films. Not really the Henry Cavill ones, because, you know, he's too muscly, really. He doesn't look like an awkward nerd. But yeah, it looks like they've just ripped it straight out from Devil Wears Prada. She's an assistant to some high-flying, rich bitch of some, I believe it's a magazine, I'm not sure, I didn't really pay attention to that much. Whether she's good at that job, I don't know, but they're trying to use that as her alter ego. Could work, as long as I don't focus on it that much, but having the boss as Callista Flockhart, I imagine that's probably going to be quite a big part of the story, of that side of her life anyway, but so I'm not sure how that's going to go. They're clearly not going to be linking it with any of the existing Superman media that's already been released, and the biggest clue to that is that yet another person is playing Jimmy or James Olsen in this. I don't know his name, I haven't looked him up, probably not very professional, but I could have done. I've not got a problem with someone playing Jimmy Olsen. He's an okay character, gets into a lot of trouble in the comics for Superman, but, you know, he needs to be there, really. The main thing I'm taking away from this is that she keeps referring to the cousin. Obviously, we know that it's Superman, or Kal-El. If they're going to just do that, that's how they're going to talk about him. I don't like that. There needs to be some kind of crossover. Whether some of the rumours are true, whether Tom Welling is going to come into it, I don't know, as maybe her father or maybe even Superman himself. Probably not. Or whether they're going to have someone who has been in an existing superhero TV show or film before. I don't know. They need to have some footage of Clark Kent or Superman coming into the show. They can't just keep referring to him as the cousin, otherwise it just doesn't give the show any credibility, really. I liked the plane rescue scene. Obviously her sister, I don't know how that's going to work, adoptive sister probably. Obviously that's a nod to the previous Superman appearances where he saves planes. I mean, Brandon Routh saves a plane at the beginning of Superman Returns, so I quite like that. And towards the end of the featurette, there was a scene where she seems to be working with some government agency, or not at first because he doesn't like aliens. I can't remember the name of the actor, but the guy from Homeland is playing a character from the comics, at least, that turns into Cyborg Superman. So that could be pretty cool. And it appears there is going to be some more aliens, or more, are we allowed to say metahumans in this series? So it could be quite interesting. I don't know. I have just seen on Twitter as well that there is a second trailer, which is only about 2 minutes long, which features a more action-packed couple of scenes. I've not been able to view it myself yet, so that's what I'll be doing later on. But from the brief action scenes that were in this featurette, they were pretty good. She did the classic walking up to people, firing machine guns at her and just bullets bouncing off her. It does seem that she's managed to deal with her flying ability quite quickly. Obviously in the trailer, she goes from, I think I can fly, to the very next bit, I can fly. So they probably spread that out over maybe 1 or 2 episodes. I just hope they don't rush it, really. But then if they don't rush it, they could fall into the trap of what Smallville did, as spreading it out too far and taking ages to do anything. But I don't know, that remains to be seen. So first impressions, it was okay. I will give it a chance when it's released, if it is released over here in the UK. It's going to be on CBS in America this autumn, so I'll keep an eye out and see when it's going to come over here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so roughly 6 out of 10 at the moment. I'll wait until I see the second trailer and see if my opinion changes.